Ages 16 to 21. As challenging as it's been to navigate the education system throughout the past several years, you've probably gotten used to the fact that your child has activities, supervision, and services during the day. As hard as it is to accept or acknowledge, this will not be the case when your child enters adulthood. With the exception of some basic services which your child may be entitled to receive based on his or her income after age 18, your child faces long waiting lists for adult services. Do not delay in learning everything you can about the road ahead. The main opportunities during these transition years point to employment, independent living skills, and advocacy. Regardless of disability, there are opportunities and expectations for your child to work and participate fully in your community. Your own advocacy, as well as your child's self-advocacy, will be essential to maximizing and developing these and other resources. Like any successful journey, planning is everything. Under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, your child is entitled to receive special education services until age 21. The advantages of taking this path of staying in school include additional training to be job-ready and 3 additional years of education and support. If your son or daughter leaves school at age 18, he or she is not eligible for any potential long-term job support until age 21. Transition planning should begin as early as possible, but at least by age 16. At this time, parents should be asking to have employment goals integrated into your child's individual educational program. This would be a good time to become actively involved with your student's IEP transition plan. You may want to contact your county DD office about resources available to connect you to your community now and in the future. Look in the blue pages of your phone book under County Government. Think of this time as a train to catch rather than a stop along the road. There's a lot of territory to cover, so be ready to roll. Don't stand on the tracks waiting for the next ride. When special education services end, many parents feel as though they've been run over by a train they didn't see coming. It's a sobering reality for sure, but there are definite steps to take, resources available, and opportunities for you and your child to hone your advocacy skills. As your child's transition plan is developed, be sure that he or she is an integral part of the process. Learning how to speak up, plan, and take risks will help your child become more independent and successful after high school. Identifying career interests and skills is the focus of your child's transition years, as well as learning independent living skills such as shopping, cooking, budgeting, and using the bus system. Make the most of staff and educators during this time. Additional services will be available to your child when he or she turns 18, but they are not easy to track down. You should be contacted prior to your child's 18th birthday to review his or her eligibility. The good news is that, as an adult, eligibility will be based on their income, not yours. Before your child becomes an adult at age 18, contact the Social Security Administration about disability benefits. Eligibility for financial assistance with supplemental security income, known as SSI, is the gateway to additional services such as Medicaid. Contact the Social Security Administration for more information and to apply for Social Security disability benefits once your son or daughter becomes an adult. Call toll-free 1-800-772-1213 or visit online at www.ssa.gov. After applying, be sure to call the Social Security Administration monthly to follow up. They will not call you if there are problems with the application. Anyone eligible for SSI is also entitled to receive Medicaid services. Medicaid provides health coverage, vision, and some dental care. It also entitles eligible individuals to in-home care known as Medicaid personal care. It provides assistance with activities of daily living such as bathing, dressing, eating, meal preparation, and housework. If your son or daughter is already receiving services through the Division of Developmental Disabilities, he or she may already be receiving Medicaid Personal Care, known as MPC. If not, ask your case manager for a DDD assessment. MPC can be provided in your own home by individual or agency providers who are contracted with the state. As a parent, you can also become an MPC provider for your adult child. Contact your child's case manager for more information about MPC. If your child is not an eligible client of DDD, look in the state government blue pages of your phone book for a DDD regional office near you and ask to speak to someone about intake and eligibility. If your child is not eligible for DDD, look in the state government blue pages for your local community services office to find out about eligibility for Medicaid and other Department of Social and Health Services. Respite, therapies, home modifications, and other services may be available to you through DDD's Family Support Program. These services are provided to individuals who are living with their families, but there is a waiting list. The division provides services for community-based supported living, companion home, group home, and state-operated living alternatives, or SOLAs. They are offered through 4 different home and community-based waivers, but enrollment is limited. There are thousands of people waiting for family support and waiver services such as employment and day programs. A waiver is an agreement to receive services in your own community rather than a state institution. Ask to have your child added to the waiver enrollment database and/or family support waiting list as soon as possible. Other out-of-home services include adult family homes and state-run residential habilitation centers. Adult family homes provide personal care and supervision in a licensed setting, but no habilitation or support to access the community. Residential habilitation centers are state-operated institutions founded before community alternatives were developed. When your son or daughter reaches 18, you will need to consider what decision-making supports are needed. If your young adult needs more support in making independent choices, sometimes guardianship is an option. There are different kinds of guardianship, and some can be too restrictive. Be sure to weigh the options and consider the implications. You can contact Washington Protection and Advocacy System, or WAPAS, for more information on supported decision-making, guardianship, and protecting your young adult's rights in a guardianship. You can reach WAPAS by calling 1-800-562-6702 or visit www.wpas-rights.org. Your local parent-to-parent or ARC chapter may also be able to point you in the right direction for guardianship needs.